October 17th, 2008, 11:30 a.m. I'm now at the Windsor waterfront here. This is the Canadian side, Windsor, a city with roughly, I don't know how much it is, 220,000 people or so. On the other side of the Detroit River is Detroit, Michigan, obviously, United States, an international border. Actually, the busiest international border crossing, I think, for freight is right here, the Ambassador Bridge, right here, built in 1929. And this is sort of the connection between Ontario and Michigan. And there's a huge amount of freight traffic going across here. It's been getting a little bit more difficult with increasing security restrictions and so forth, and sometimes trucks had to wait for hours to actually cross the bridge, but today looks like a good day. It's not overly busy. I'm heading now towards the Sculpture Garden, which is supposedly pretty close by here on the waterfront in Windsor. Windsor is actually sort of a bit of an underappreciated destination. Even in Ontario, you don't hear much about Windsor. Windsor is mostly known for automotive manufacturing, which is quite logical if you think about it, with Detroit on the other side of the river. This is actually the Renaissance Center, the headquarters of General Motors. And of course the other two North American automakers, Chrysler and Ford, are located in and near Detroit, with many assembly operations and component plants. Unfortunately now, with the mortgage meltdown and the international financial crisis and the beginning of the recession, the automotive sector is particularly hard hit, and according to news that I'm hearing right now, GM could be fairly close to facing bankruptcy. And just yesterday in the car when I drove down here, I heard that GM might be looking at merging with Chrysler. So obviously you can tell the North American auto industry, and I think the auto industry in general, even the Japanese automakers and so forth, are starting to notice huge declines in sales numbers, obviously with the decline in consumer spending power. What you're hearing over there and what you're seeing there is the Detroit People Mover, public transportation, I believe, with 13 stations throughout downtown Detroit. And once I get to the Sculpture Garden, I will check in from there as well.